Joining us now with analysis on all the latest moves in the Trump administration, Jack Pitney, professor at Claremont McKenna College. We're going to get back to the ICE issue in just a moment, but this is a story we talked about earlier that is probably going to gain a lot of traction this coming week. Wall Street Journal is reporting that the White House and the Trump administration is considering whether or not to keep National Security Advisor Mike Flynn amid the controversy over his contact with Russian officials before Trump took office, which is a violation, saying he didn't discuss any of the sanctions that the Obama administration imposed for supposedly meddling with the elections before he left office. That's turning out not to be true and is kind of now becoming a bit of a scandal for the White House. What do you think is going to happen this week, and what does that mean going forward?
If this were a normal White House, he'd be gone already. If the story is true, he misinformed the Vice President of the United States, who in turn repeated that misinformation on television. That's a firing offense in any normal White House. However, the normal rules don't apply to this one, so it's possible that Flynn could survive, though I wouldn't bet the next mortgage payment on it.
All right. Well, moving on to the ICE raids, they've been happening all across the country this past week. They've drawn strong reaction from both sides of the issue. Yesterday, President Trump tweeted that basically his crackdown on illegal criminals is him merely keeping his campaign promises. But he also said during his campaigning that he was going to focus on only the people who have committed crimes. It seems as though maybe the ICE raids are shifting focus. Are they? And what does this mean now for the coming weeks?
That's not clear yet. ICE is saying that this is an operation that had been in the works for a long time and that they are indeed focusing on criminals. However, some of the reports indicate that may or may not be accurate. However, as they draw the dragnet wider, that will bring in more people who perhaps are not criminals, and that will be far more controversial and trigger a much bigger reaction.
You mean may or may not be accurate, the notion that the Obama administration actually had set these ICE raids in motion before they left office, before the administration left office?
The question is, who's getting caught in the net? Is it simply criminals, or are they going after people who do not have criminal records? That isn't quite clear yet, and we'll have a better idea as the weeks progress.
I mean, we are starting to see some stories trickling in of people who are getting mixed up in the giant net of roundups of people who are criminals and then some who are not. So I'm sure we're going to be hearing more stories throughout the week, the coming week, of more ICE raids as the week goes on. All right, Professor Jack Pitney, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.